Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Alex.
And I'm Andre.
And this is the AA Perspective Podcast,
where two best friends get together and discuss our views on... Wait a second, Alex, did we even pick a topic?
All of the topics, Drae. Nothing is safe, but it's gonna be wild. So tune in to see what we talk about this episode on...
The AA Perspective.
Speaking of which, what are you drinking tonight? What do you got?
It's whatever's in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I have my fancy cup. And
Got
I have
some seltzer. I'll say that.
You got seltzer. Okay.
There's some seltzer in there.
It's White Claw, isn't it?
I don't drink White Claws.
Okay.
What look like?
I don't know. I'd be asking questions.
Like?
I don't know. Well, I'm drinking what am I drinking? Strawberry mango Moscato. I'm a fancy hoe.
Yeah, that sounds fancy.
Yes. Pinky up type of stuff. So, Drae, I was what?
The other day I was watching Love on the Spectrum, and they were kind of talking about you should.
But
and
everybody's
they were talking about and they were talking about like who they met, like people they've met like on dating apps. And like the girl is like, she like chose this guy because he didn't have a dead animal in his like profile photo.
Thank
and I was like,
you, right?
I knew it.
Yes, we hate that. We hate
is
that.
Why
Hunting pictures, fishing pictures. Like, why do y'all think that's a flex? I don't get it. Like, oh yeah, he can provide if the zombie apocalypse ever.
You see my fish, baby?
Yeah.
You see my fish? I can catch fish, baby.
It's not impressive. It's not impressive at all.
I forgot I brought that up. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but that definitely needs to be said, that men need to stop putting dead animals in their profile pics because it's not a flex. This is why you're getting no responses. No swipes on dead animals.
Yeah. Why did I bring that up again?
You were talking about Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah, but why? Yeah, that was my reference.
And
I remember why I brought it up.
Dating apps. We were talking about that.
We were talking about dating apps?
You were talking about the people being on the dating apps on Love on the Spectrum and who they were dating.
Okay.
Or who they ran into before. All right. It'll come back.
Yeah. I mean, we started off
what you're watching?
with what I was drinking. Oh, that's why. What I was drinking. Right.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, that was my lead in, like how on the girl side, they see all these guys with these fish and these dead animals. And on the guy side, I cannot tell you how many women of a certain ethnicity that I saw on the beach with White Claws.
Mm-hmm.
Left, like, I'm like just constantly.
It's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
That's all I see.
On the see beach. White Claw, beach, and then they say, I'm a beach bum. And I'm just...
Yep.
So if you listen, you're not the only one. So it appears we have fish pics on one side and White Claws and the beach on the other.
Mm-hmm. So glad I'm not out there anymore.
So
it's horrible.
I mean, I guess both involve the water.
True. Well, no, unless it's a hunting pic that's not a fish pic.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at me and my dead deer. What?
Yeah.
Maybe on farmersonly.com. Maybe that's what you
want
to do.
Yeah, so like, okay, so if fish pic is interpreted as me, I hunt, yes. What does White Claw on the beach mean? Does that mean I have fun? I don't know. What does that mean?
Like, oh my God, I'm so fun. I'm like a blast in a glass.
I see.
That's what it gives. That's what it gives.
Okay. Blast in a glass.
It's giving Jersey Shore. That's what it gives to me.
Sorry, I was like, where are they now? That's what I was thinking.
Actually, the new season starts on Thursday.
I won't watch it.
I'm gonna watch it just because they're all back now.
I have no plans to. I have no plans to watch
I stopped watching for like a good 2-3 years. And yes, only 2-3 years. It's been on that long.
I'll watch the trailer though.
I watched the trailer, which is why I'm watching the season.
I'll do that.
It's gonna be good though. I think it's gonna be good. They're all grown up now. They all have kids.
Uh-huh.
They're all married. Now the spouses get to come on vacation. It's a different vibe now.
Yeah.
But they're still getting drunk and being rowdy in the streets, so it's still entertaining. Shout out Jersey Shore.
Okay.
What else are you watching besides Love on the Spectrum, or is that the only thing you're watching?
I finished that one. I was upstairs and Lisa was watching the Colombian drug lord late movie Netflix.
Wow.
Griselda, something like that.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. And
Is it a series or a movie?
Yeah, it's a series. Yeah.
I thought so.
And like,
okay.
I saw the trailer for that and I was just like, oh, it's like, the female Tony Montana,
Basically.
I was like, female Scarface. I see. All right.
Yeah.
And the moral of the story is you can't get anywhere in life without breaking a couple knees. So.
Okay. All right. That tracks. That definitely tracks.
And you ain't seen the hard path unless you been a prostitute at one point in your life. And you know what? And don't go towards the sexual type. There's lots of different types of prostitutes out there. Because
what are
like
examples
that
of
character,
different types of prostitutes? I need examples.
We're all selling something in some way or another.
What are you selling, Drae?
Eat right now.
Yeah, what are you selling?
I am selling these cheesy one-line jokes, Yeah.
That makes sense. Embracing the full dadness of it all.
Yeah. Let's spit out a dad joke that I learned from a kid.
Go ahead.
Over the weekend.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were at breakfast with one of Lisa's friends, and she's got two kids, and the boy, he's like a little bit older. I think he's like 12. And he's like, yeah. When my sister has kids, I want to name them. And we're like, oh, what would you name them? And he's like, well, she has a girl. I want to name her Denise. And if she has a boy, I want to name him. So.
I was like,
yeah.
Nephew. How old was this kid?
He's 12, man. I was like, hey, you know what? That's what I said. I was like, he's way funnier than me when I was 12.
Facts. The generation of Google, man.
Telling you, man. Yeah.
Denise and the nephew.
Which we won't, but we can slip into an AI George Carlin, which is, why do we keep using the same names over and over again? We got a whole alphabet and dictionary. You never met a gin. Plenty of gins. Okay.
That was crazy though. The George Carlin special you sent me. Can we talk about that for a second? So Drae sends me a link to a YouTube special of George Carlin. He has a 1-hour stand-up special, but I could have sworn he was dead. So what?
Turns out there's an AI George Carlin out there.
Son of a bitch.
And he's putting out knee slappers.
Yes. Knee slappers. You know what's weird though? I heard that the family is not happy about it.
Yeah, I heard that too. And I was like, well, why? Now he's popular again. And if you're living off of estate money, why is that a bad thing?
I kind of agree, but then I also see it as what's the word I want to say? I don't know. It is creepy because he is dead, and it's so spot on that it's like it's weird.
Not according to them, but I think so.
Not according to them, but yeah, but I don't know. Their whole thing was that it's an atrocity to his memory. He would never want something like this, especially because of who he was. He wouldn't want AI doing his job, etc., etc. And I'm like, I see that point. I see.
Yeah, sure.
The point of AI stealing things from artists and creators, and I understand that. However, it is cool technology.
And there was a joke in, I don't think you got that far then. I'm looking for my chapstick. Anyway, there was a joke, and he's just like, I know there's some comedians out there that are saying, oh, there's no computer that'll ever be able to tell a poop joke like me with the with the slight variations in tones and all this stuff, and then he like slips into a poop joke, and it was pretty good.
It was.
So
I
you did get that
honestly,
far.
I did get that far, but it was like I was saying, it's still hard to listen to because I used to listen to George Carlin growing up with my dad. Like that was my dad's my dad's thing.
I didn't have that kind of history.
Oh, see, maybe that's the difference, because it's like not ruining his memory, but like we kind of had closure. It was like, okay, he's gone.
I mean,
you know?
okay, all right. Try to put it in that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's like, the first 3 seasons of the Boondocks versus the 4th, because it was written by someone completely different.
Exactly.
And you're like, okay, yeah, this is the Boondocks, but it's not the Boondocks.
It's like when someone takes your recipe and then misses an ingredient. Like, yeah, you made the food. It's still food, but it don't taste like grandma's.
I follow.
Yeah. Something's off. It's always with AI, something's always off.
Okay. But you know what? For all those millennials out there,
Mm-hmm.
it was probably fresh.
It probably was fresh, and it was probably entertaining. But it was like, again, very creepy. Very too real. Even though they explained in the beginning, listen, I'm doing an impression of George Carlin. I am not George Carlin. But it's too real for me. The cadence, the jokes, too real.
So what was one of your favorite bits? I won't say favorite bit, just one of your favorite bits, if you can recall one.
I can't remember because it was 3 weeks ago I watched it.
Oh, okay.
So much has happened since then. I'm trying to think if there was anything, because I only listened to like a few. No, I can't remember anything. No.
Yeah, so if I had to pick one, it was the first one that came to mind, and I was like, man, I have never heard someone make mass shootings this funny.
If anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be George.
And yeah, I'm super fortunate to not know anyone that's been involved in one of those, and maybe that's why I can take that
right.
later.
Agreed.
But at the same time, it's making fun of America. Like, who else has these?
Yeah, that's true. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have them in other countries. It's just us. America number 1.
Yeah.
All right. Back to, we were discussing what we were watching. And I have to tell you about the season finale of Life After Lockup. It was a shit show, but a glorious one. Loved every moment of it. Remember I told you they extended the episodes to an hour and a half? So now it's even better.
Yeah. That means you got a lot of film if you can do that.
Yes. A lot of film.
You're like, we got to use all this tape, man.
Well, I think there's like 5 or 6 couples on per season. So they got a lot to get. And not every couple gets camera time that episode. So there was a lot involved. But what I wanted to ask you about was, because something came up on the show. What's her name? Doesn't matter. Anyways, one of the characters decided she was going to go to jail for like 40 years. So she decided she was going to lock it down with her man, and she proposed. She bought him a chain and she proposed. And
yeah. Did it have a spinner on it?
No, but it might as well have. This is actually a non-person of color couple.
And
so I
what does that mean? You can't have a chain with a spinner on it?
No, it means they probably would have gotten spinners if they'd thrown it in there. But yeah, so my whole thing was, what's your perspective on women proposing to men?
I think it should happen more.
Do you? What would have been your reaction if Lisa proposed to you?
Damn, bitch, calm down, man. Shit. But no.
Right.
Wait your turn.
Oh my
but
goodness.
I think it should happen more.
Why do you think it should happen more? I'm very interested.
like if you know what you want, then you should totally put some effort into making it happen, and not relying on others to make your dreams or wishes or whatever come true.
Okay, Drae, I see you.
You know, so if yeah, and what if it's a no? Why not sooner than later? So,
True. Let him know, like, this is what I'm painting for my future. Are you going to be a part of it? Yes or no? Instead
yeah,
of waiting around for him to decide
you
what he's
know,
going to do. And chains are way cheaper than rings.
don't talk to me that way.
Why don't you want to talk about rings? What happened?
Because all right.
So what had
Diamonds are
happened
a
was
scam. Diamonds are a scam.
diamonds are
Period.
a scam. This is the one of the many things we agree on. Diamonds are a scam.
All right. They're worth less than cars. Like,
Yes.
all right.
Yes, agreed.
If you buy a 10-carat ring today, which is
It's
a lot.
not 10 carats.
Let's make it 2. Let's just say
Okay.
2. Let's say you say, I'm gonna walk to the store, I'm gonna buy this 2-carat ring from, I don't know, Joseph's. Who is it? What's the
Jacob
place
the
called?
jeweler, that guy? Oh,
No, what's the
K Jewelers?
Hayes Jewelers, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say you go there and let's say you spend $25K. All right.
Okay.
And then next week she says no, right? Right. And then you take that ring back to the store. They'll be like, yeah, man, I'll give you 12 for it.
Yep, you drove it off the lot, bro.
Not even a car is that bad. There's no car that's that bad.
Right. Exactly.
They don't make a car that bad.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And that's how you feel about that?
It's perceived value, hoping that you never bring that shit back.
Right. Because trust me, when we take it with us after the breakup and try to pawn it, it definitely depreciates.
You ain't getting shit for it.
No.
You ain't getting shit.
No.
No. You can have a great dinner at the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, for real. It's like everybody's federal taxes this year. Everybody thought they were getting PlayStation 5s and washers and dryers, and then, truth be told, I'm going to get gas. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So, and maybe if more women proposed and had to do that ring buy, and they'd be like, man, fuck that shit. I don't care about that.
Right. Like, it doesn't... I see things online all the time about, like, they'll show a ring. Like, okay, my ring is pretty. It's pretty. I'm not going to tell you how much it costs. I'm not stupid. I'll put it that way. I'd rather buy a house than a ring and worry about that. I paid more for my wedding than he paid for the ring, which works out for me. So, I see things online all the time about they'll show a ring like mine, and they'll be like, "Oh, if he only paid $1,200 for this, you staying or going?" Bitch, what? The fact that you got me something should be enough. It shouldn't matter how much it costs, is my point. But I also agree. I think more women should propose to men. I don't think we should be waiting around because life is short. Men don't always move their feet as fast as you need them to. Sometimes you may see a future.
Man, we got the Super Bowl next week. After that, we got the draft.
Priorities.
I got a plan for these things.
You don't have time to plan a proposal. The Super Bowl. Oh my gosh.
All right. I gotta somehow sneakily get your ring size in between how many pizzas I need to order and with what toppings.
How did you get Lisa's ring size? Because I'll tell you right now,
I tried to do it when she was asleep.
I wear a ring sizer because it's too big. How did you try?
Ah, man, how did I do? I don't even remember. I know it was real sneaky though. remember it
I
was real
know you.
sneaky.
I know it was.
You know what? Oh, you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Oh, you know what I did? I remember now. I like made up that I really wanted to go to a pawn shop. Just, I was just like really, I just made like, hey man, like I was Googling for this. I don't know. Let's just make up something like, yeah, I was Googling for this tape measure, man. And yeah, why I got a tape measure on my desk, right? Anyways, homeowner. All right. So
Homeowner. Right?
So I was just like, oh yeah, man, let's go to this pawn shop to go look at this thing real quick because they got it for real cheap. And then like I called the pawn shop too to make sure they had whatever fake thing I was looking for, and they're like, oh yeah, come on in. And then like while we were there, I was like, hey man, like you should try on that ring. Like, what's your size? So I went there not for her.
That's
Just
not
how I
slick
did
at
it.
all. That is preparation. We smell that coming. Like, why don't you try that ring on right there? Let's let's see what it looks like
It
on
was
your
like,
finger.
Yeah. Yeah, just what? Hey, well, since we're here, what do you like? But yeah.
Yeah, just trying to get a feel. That's okay because that sprinkles promise in the air. That
You want to do like extra subtle? Like I never saw this coming.
yes, I wanna be shocked. I wanna be crying. I want snot
You gotta
coming
be
out of
a
my
deep
nose.
sleeper. Gotta be a deep sleeper for that one.
It's easier to do things for men than it is to hide things from women. It really is. All of Kenny's presents for any holiday or any birthday, I hide it in plain sight. He never sees it. I could put it on his nightside table. He won't notice. I'll be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it was in the microwave. Like you had to take it out the microwave to put your thing in the microwave, and you didn't see it.
Still didn't notice. Oblivious. It's great. You know what else is great too is like I can tell you what I got him, where it is, and everything. He don't listen to the podcast, so he'll never know. Speaking of which, I'll show you later. I'll show you. Okay, so inside joke. Kenny and I have an ongoing game of Punch Buggy. Do you know what that game is?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah. So we still play. Like we'll see a punch buggy and
reminds
punch
me
each
of
other.
a movie that I saw just now. We'll talk about that after. Go ahead.
So we punch each other, or we'll be like, you have to hit yourself because I saw a punch buggy. But then it got a little lame because it was the same punch buggies over and over and over. So we started doing Teslas. So we started doing Teslas because those were a couple years ago. Those were a little rarer to see, but not anymore. So, but anyways, so
yeah, you guys got a whole charger network over there by one of the grocery stores.
The mall has a whole charging network.
Yeah.
And the grocery stores. Yeah, a couple of places. It's big money out here. But anyway,
I charged there and I didn't tell you I was there.
Every single time I'm anywhere near your house, I call you and tell you I am in the area.
We weren't there on purpose. It was me and the brother-in-law, and we were looking for a deep fryer on Google Maps. This is when we were in the cave.
Oh, then when you were in the cave and didn't visit?
Oh, you definitely knew we were there, though.
No, I found out after you were there. Here.
It's the same week every year.
I don't know what week you vacation.
Well,
but tell me now, so week. I will remember from now on.
It's like, I don't know, maybe it's like the third week in July or something like that. It's the same week every year.
Third week in July. Drae is in town. It's in my mental notes. Got it.
Yeah, we've attempted. Like you've attempted to come up. We to go down. Yeah, it's been attempted. But yeah, we went to the Coles, and I was like, hey, well, here I need to charge.
Yep. Yep, right in the mall. It's crazy the way what the world's coming to. Charging stations for cars. I know when we're getting closer and closer to the Jetsons, I feel like.
You know, I was out jogging and I saw a Tesla, and I was like, now why do I have a Tesla? Is it because it's better for the environment? I was like, no, because I think it's fucking cool.
Right.
And then I just kept jogging. And I was like, and it reminded me, like, someone made a joke about that, like the same thing. They were like, it's just like big trucks and guns. Well, it's because they're fucking cool. That's
honestly. I want a Tesla.
Or that person thinks, that they're cool. So that's why you
Yeah, most of the time though, it's because of little dick energy.
Here we go.
Oh, she
Don't
said
go.
it.
You're like, here. Alex loves her little dick rants.
No, because I feel like it's like the convertible in the old guy with the bald head who's trying to relive his youth and having his midlife crisis. But I feel like Teslas are for any age, but still, it's still the same status for me as the big trucks and the convertibles. Like that's what it's giving.
Okay.
But I feel
Yeah,
like
we should talk about that. I wish we had researched this topic to see who's having the best midlife crisis or worst.
Ooh, maybe we should take a census.
Who's having the best? I've heard some say it's Jeff Bezos, you know?
Well, he's got enough money to do whatever the fuck he wants, so
You
I
know,
believe it.
what do they say? Even George Carlin realized this. AI George Carlin, he said, built a cock-shaped rocket, so.
Aren't all
What else says midlife crisis? Like,
oh man,
I can even explain though the real reason, like why would Amazon and Elon whatever want to build these rocket ships? It ain't whatever it is they're gonna say it's for space exploration and whatever, and
it's for their exploration.
Not even that yet. It's imagine being the Uber of space, basically. That's what it's really for. And it's not even like this is like oh, it's not even there yet. It's already happening. Like the government pays these companies to launch satellites. They are essentially space taxis right now.
Right.
Just
so eventually we're just going to have moon shuttles like in Futurama.
Sure, and it's gonna be run by Amazon.
Yep. Moon shuttle brought to you by Amazon, coming to you 2028.
And you know what they're gonna want to do? They're gonna want to right before takeoff, they're gonna want to show you an ad for Nike or something.
No,
unless
the whole
you pay
ride
$3.
you're gonna be shown ads for the whole movie that you're watching. It's gonna be like Hulu with ads now. It's crazy.
What if it was like an ad for a movie that you were in?
What? Oh, because you're probably famous if you're on that ride. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Weird.
We'll see. 3, 2, 1. Anyways. Okay.
That was a great impression. Oh my god. This is why you need to go to Spotify to watch the video, because of things like that.
Yeah. I mean, because they already put like commercials in taxis on the top of the taxi, in the taxi. They got screens at the gas station so you can watch a commercial about something while you pump the gas.
I got scared at Wawa. It was so loud. I was like, what? Yeah. I'm going to New Jersey for my birthday.
Love you, Wawa.
Yeah, I know, right? Yo, if we could get sponsored by Wawa, bro. I'm putting it into the universe. It's happening.
All right. I will hope with you. I'm like, all right. Yeah. All right. Sure. Yes. Right. 2 massholes running a Wawa. I'm doing the Wawa commercial.
We don't have one, but go there.
Get yours today, and
oh my god. I love how you can just switch into voiceover mode automatically. It's hilarious to me. Oh my gosh. I do too. I understand.
Thanks.
So, did you hear about Zendaya? Did I tell you about Zendaya? She's now.
You bring her up, and I want to remind you that I just found out who she is like last week.
Andre, stop it! You've got to be kidding me. What do you mean?
Like, if I was not watching Spider-Man with Harrison, I would know who that is.
Are you serious? She is a national treasure. What?
Really?
Yes. Are you kidding? She came up from Disney all the way to $1 million per episode now. Okay. Spider-Man.
Of what?
All of them.
What show?
Of Euphoria.
I never heard
HBO.
of
it. Brother.
Sounds like a good drug.
Yes. It's a show about a teenager who's heavy is a heavy user. She's an addict, and it's
Oh,
about
look at
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Huh.
and it's about teenagers and what they're doing in high school and having sex and doing drugs and rock and roll and all that.
That is too much for high school.
It really is, but honestly,
Oh my goodness.
that's what's happening. But this apparently was happening when we were in high school, but I wasn't a part of that crowd, so I didn't know. I was like, "What?"
Hmm.
Everybody else was like, "Yeah, that's high school," and I was like, "Which school are you
What?
in?" Because
Yeah,
I
what high
thought we
school?
went to the same
I
one.
mean, when you say it, like I have friends who say they had that kind of high school years, and I was like shit, I was just trying to fucking buy a fried dough after school.
For real, I was like, I don't know what y'all were doing. I was watching Power
Like
Rangers. I was a good kid,
basketball and fried dough. What more could you ask for?
right? I was running track, running track and listening to my parents. That's what I was doing.
But yeah, I know people that are like, yeah, man, after school we used to go to this house and like I thought he was gonna say like finger bang, and it was a lot more than that. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, the things I heard.
I was like,
There's this one story about this chick in my school. I'm not gonna say no names, but there was a train ran. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm
I
like,
just didn't want to say it.
we're
And I'm
we're
just
in
like,
ninth
and I'm
grade,
like,
guys. Why do we know what that
yeah,
means?
exactly. That's that. My thoughts
What?
exactly.
How do y'all know what to do?
My thoughts exactly.
Mm-mm. Two different high schools.
Yeah. And they say the inner city's dangerous.
Kenny grew up on Cape Cod, and he said he had the similar experience to the Euphoria experience, and I was like, weren't y'all going to
Yeah.
class? Like, I don't know. Maybe I was a nerd. Whatever. I was invited to parties, but apparently not the good ones, because I missed this whole thing.
Man, yeah. He's telling this story, and I'm like, where do you
Right.
find we're gonna substitute the word Coke for fun. And I'm like, where do you find this level of fun at this age?
Right. Because I want to know, like, who's actively selling fun to kids? Like, where are they getting it from?
To have that kind of party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have that large of an amount to share with the class.
In the suburbs, by the way. So
Obviously, the suburbs. Kids get
so
bored, nothing to
just
do.
saying. I'm just saying. There was a whole article that I read about that too. And it was about how like, yeah, basically like you move into the suburbs for, this nice suburban life. And then it
Yeah.
turns out that your kids have a difficult time like getting places to have fun, like other friends' houses and
Yep.
going to like you need a car to go to karate. You need a car to
Yep.
go here. And so then
So
you end
true.
up making fun.
Mm-hmm.
Which is I feel old. Yeah. So short story. I was talking to my my stepdad. Yeah, stepdad. And he was like, we were talking about because Harrison, my 10-year-old son, he went to the store for the first time by himself. Right?
Wow.
This
Big
is
moves.
the number one. The store's like it's like 3 houses over.
Still.
Still.
My nerves are racked.
Still. I had the drone like overhead, like watching them, and I actually for real though, like I was in the car.
It.
He didn't know that I was like in the parking lot of the store.
Yeah.
It was all a plan.
Good. Okay. I feel better.
Anyways, and so I'm telling this to my stepdad, and he was just like, when I was 10, he lived in Baltimore. He's like, I used to take myself on the trolley and take myself to see the Orioles for $1. And I'm like,
you old. Not $1.
And I'm like, he was like, yeah, it was at least an hour ride into town. I'm like, what the?
Wow. I mean, it's kind of true. Like kids these days are a lot softer than we were in the generation before us was. Like when I was 10 years old, I was watching my brother and sister making dinner, waiting for my parents to get home. Don't call it DCF, but
yeah.
Latchkey kids were a thing back in our day. It was crazy. But
sorry, I distracted you from Zendaya.
Yes. Okay. So
and
$1 million.
She was.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't know who she was. How many Spider-Man movies have you watched?
Mm.
Listen, she came all the way from Shake It Up on Disney
What's that?
to, oh my God. Oh, all right. So Shake It Up was a show about kids that wanted to be on a dance show, kind of like Soul Train, but like 2000 version. So they wanted to be on the show, so they like did all these things. It's a cute little comedy sitcom for Disney. And then she got another Disney show that was based on just her. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a good show. And then after that, then she started getting the Spider-Mans, and then she started getting all types of stuff. And she's just blossomed from there. She's in Dune.
Oh, didn't
Yeah.
even know.
Yep,
I've
that's
seen
her.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, where'd they find this chick from?
Yep, that's Zendaya. I love her. I'm a huge fan of her. She can do no wrong in my eyes. I'm just waiting for the day where something crazy comes out about her, because like that always happens when I fall in love. I start liking a celebrity and I'm like, oh my God, they're so great. Everything's
she'll be, I don't know. Maybe she'll be the next person dating a football player. Who knows?
She's dating Tom Holland for like ever now.
I don't know who's that.
Spider-Man.
Oh, I didn't know they were for real.
Yeah, like real life.
Oh,
like for years.
Good for them.
Yes.
I guess it makes the on-scene chemistry easier.
Yes, it definitely does. I think
I don't know.
You've been under a rock, bro. Oh my God, you didn't know about
I mean,
Zendaya and Tom Holland?
Like, yeah, you know, I don't have the Instaface and the Snapbirds, and
Instaface. Oh my God. Oh, that one caused a tear. Wow. But it doesn't matter. You go to the movies, you see these people. But you're not like one of those people that's like, oh, who is this bitch? Let me Google her real quick. Let me see what she did.
I mean, I guess I'm like, I should probably not say that. I'm like, all right, yeah, let me know when she grows up. All right, cool.
She's of age. She is of age.
And more of age.
She's more of age. She's like, I want to say mid to late 20s. I want to say late 20s.
Yeah. What does she know?
A lot more than you if she's getting $1 million per episode.
Nah, it doesn't mean she knows more.
Well, she negotiates better. You getting paid?
Yeah, or hey, she's a way better agent than me. Look at me. Look where I am tonight. Tonight.
We work for free for now. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah, but give Zendaya her flowers. I appreciate her.
Oh, sure,
Love her.
absolutely. Flowers.
This Moscato is really good. You should try some.
Hey, Roscato? No? Or did you say Moscato?
Moscato.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yes. Very sweet, very fruity, very girly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. I like my wine sweet. I don't like...
I thought I liked wine because all my wine came from the Cheesecake Factory. And then I was like... and I was at a friend's house and they're like, oh, we have wine. I was like, really? Shit, bring that shit out, man. Share. And then they gave me a glass of wine. I was like, bad move.
No, you don't want to gulp that shit. You want to sip it.
Too much. That was too much.
Like, what was your reaction?
What kind of fucking vinegar soaked in the flower arrangement did you give me?
Not this floral vinegar.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, you must have had a headache. Woo.
Yeah. I describe it as like, I don't know how to describe it, but the way I describe it is like, when you eat something or like tasting, you're like, that is too sweet. That is just too sweet, right? Mm-hmm. Like I felt like this had like negative sugar and it like removed the sugar from me.
Not removed.
Like it like my blood sugar dropped after that sip,
It had negative sugar.
I guess they call that dry. Is that what they call that? I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know.
Like when people say they like their martinis dry, they use dry vermouth. So it's like it's
I
very
mean, martinis are
very
great too.
cotton mouthy.
Hmm.
It's very I smoked
At
too
least
much
the one I
weed
had.
and yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, my blood sugar dropped. I was like, wow. I feel lightheaded. I
Just a
think I
little.
should
Just a
sit.
little.
I
Should have
need a
tipped
Kit
that
Kat
back.
right now. Like,
I need a lozenge.
yeah, I need something that goes under the tongue, you know?
Right. My blood sugar just dropped. Oh my goodness. Well, that is a wrap for tonight's episode
Okay.
of the Double A Perspective. So thanks for vibing with us. Until next time, keep thriving, keep slaying, and keep being authentically you. Say goodnight, Drae.
Hey, you guys take care. Have a good evening or morning, whenever you're listening. Thanks for tuning in. You know, I we didn't mention it, but you know, this episode we planned. We were like, hey, wouldn't it be great if we were like sipping on stuff during the episode? So
Yeah.
we did.
I had a good time. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
And the time flew by.
Yeah, certainly. What happened with the last episode again? Like it didn't like post or something?
Yeah, so I don't know. Riverside had some weird thing. Basically, our lips weren't synced up to the sound, so Spotify wouldn't record it. I mean, wouldn't post it because it's not worth watching. So they kind of saved us, but whatever. Hopefully, this episode will be able to post.
Hopefully. All right. So again, yeah, take care. See you guys next time.
Bye.